Welcome to So Very Easy. My name is Laura, and today I would like to talk about a walking foot for your sewing machine. Matter of fact, not just any sewing machine. It is for our Featherweight. Yes, we can get a walking foot that's made just for our beautiful little Featherweights. Now, if you're wondering if all walking feet will fit all machines, the answer is no. You do need to have a walking foot that is designed for your machine or is designed for the feed dogs. So here is the plate from my machine, and the feed dogs are going into this large channel on the walking foot, and the feet on the machine match up. So these two will go together. These two will not. So this one would definitely not fit a Featherweight. You can really see the difference in the size. Looking at the back, you can really see the difference. So these do have tiny little feet on them. They're not smooth. They do have that grip. If you turn it over, you can really see where those two pieces are going to come together. And that is important. It is important that the bottom feet match those top feet so that it feeds the fabric in equally. That's the beauty of a walking foot. So the Featherweight Shop did come out with a walking foot and its attachment that is going to fit and line up perfectly to your feed dogs. And let me show you how we're going to put this in and how it's going to work. So of course we will need to remove the foot and that thumb screw, but we're going to leave that regular plate on. When we look at the walking foot, we do have this little fork. That little fork is going to fit right here on that screw. It is designed so that screw will go right in between. On the other side, we do have this little U, and that is going to fit on the bar where the screw goes. So to put the walking foot on, we are going to have the plate on, and I would recommend taking that needle out. And you're also going to need to take out or take off this thread cutter. If it's a little stiff, just put a little oil here, and you're going to be able to work that off. It just slides down. This just cuts the thread. It has nothing to do with the running of the machine. And if you don't ever use it, you really don't need to put it back on. So this is now clear. I'm going to lower that so I can line up that fork. The fork is going to go on that thumb screw. And then this little U will line right up so we can put that thumb screw in. If you do not take off this little thread cutter, it is pushing this away from the machine. And we do need to have that space right here. So this is tight onto the machine, and you can see where it's fitting right here in that thumb screw. So you see it is going to move that up and down. This movement up and down moves the feet up and down, which is going to work together with the bottom feet. So we're going to be able to put the needle in. And just a reminder, the flat side of the needle is always going to face to your left, and you're going to thread that needle going towards the flat side. Once it's all set up, we can just sew, and both of the top and the bottom feet are going to work together. Now, a walking foot is designed to just pull that fabric in. It is not designed to go back and forth. So in order for us to lock or to knot our stitches, what we want to do is to work with this little knob that adjusts our seam. We want to have this little knob horizontal to the ground. And that is going to have that needle stay in the same position. So we're not feeding the fabric. And that is going to lock those stitches for us. Then we're going to be able to put it back to whatever width we're going to use and continue sewing. To lock it, we're just going to move it right back up. The stitch length is really going to be determined on the fabric that you're using. Now the walking foot does come with one little fun tool, and this fits into the back of the walking foot. So we have a hole built into the back of that walking foot, and it goes all the way through. So we could put this bar on the left or the right side. And it is designed so that we can change that distance. We're going to change the distance depending on what we want from the center of the needle over. So it won't matter what side we use it on. And all that does is slide in. So we can adjust the size here. So from the center of the needle over is the distance that I want. I do not have to mark every additional line. I could just slide that over and follow that last row of stitching. I can see I've run out of thread, but you get the idea that when this is facing you, definitely is going to be a lot easier to see. I could just lift up and go from row to row and from side to side. So we can use this bar to judge top stitching and for quilting. Once we've used that once, you really will find it a lot of fun. I love using a walking foot. I use it often in my sewing for garment construction and for quilting. Anything that has a thicker fabric or fabric that's giving me a bit of a problem, or if I really just want all of my layers to go through at the same time. The walking foot is the answer to that. And now that I have a walking foot for my featherweight, I'm even more excited. So be sure you buy the right one for your machine, and in my case, the Featherweight Shop was the answer to my needs. I'll put some links in the description so you can check it out. And as always, thank you for joining me today on Sew Very Easy. Feel free to subscribe. I'm on Facebook, Instagram. I have a newsletter. It's all free under Sew Very Easy. And be sure to make every day a Sewtacular day. Bye for now.